Hey everybody, what is up? This is Devin Lavore coming at you. So, are you going through a rough time? Well, that may be a precursor to a great time. Are you going through a super difficult time in your life? Well, that may be God prepping you for a really great, glorious time that He's preparing you for. You know, I feel like for me, in this month of March, God has been really focusing on a specific thing with me about letting go of so many different things. But it has been really hard. It has been so hard. It sometimes amazes me the things that are hard for me that maybe are not so hard for other people. It maybe even wouldn't even be a thought for them because that's just not what God's doing or where He's got them or whatever. But for me, like what God's doing in my life right now, it's really cool, but it's also, there's such a major difficulty to it. And I've been listening to some messages lately and that they've been saying that. I'm like, man, that is such a good thing to say and to re-say, which is why I'm making a video about it, because it's like so true. It's like, how many people can relate to that, you know? It's like when you're going through something super difficult, it could be all the preparatory things you need to have done to prepare you to launch forward into the new thing that God is going to be doing. And so don't think that just because things are getting more difficult, or you know, maybe people are dropping out of your life, or things are shifting relationally with people here and there, and maybe things in your life that were once flourishing are starting to really greatly diminish. That's happened to us quite a few times on this particular journey that you guys are watching. And it's like it always leads to something greater. There's always something that God is doing. So whatever you're going through, just know that the Lord has got something great in store for you. Man, I think we have a dear friend of ours in North Carolina, and man, she has been going through some stuff. She's been going through so much stuff. It's like she hasn't even had time to really process all the stuff that she's gone through. And she has some of the greatest attitude I've ever seen. And she's planning and moving forward in her life because that is how God is moving. And her heart is just like, well, whatever, God, I'm just moving forward with you and what you want to do. And even in that forward motion, there is pain and there is sudden surprise of difficulty, emotional difficulty and mental difficulty and just things of that nature. But she's just like, nope, I'm moving forward. And it's like, what a great example of exactly what I'm talking about here. That there are times in our life where things are just so difficult, but it's almost like orchestrated by God, or God uses that orchestrated thing to prep us. In the same way Joseph, all that stuff that happened to him, it was terrible. But it was God using it to prepare him for where he was getting ready to go. And then when he got to that high place, he could look back and go, wow, I wouldn't have changed a thing. Like, how would I have formed me to get me to where I am? You know what I'm saying? A lot of times the things that we need to go through in order to be formed into what we want to be, we won't actually volunteer to go through. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm just glad that God's in charge. Amen. And so I just pray that bless you guys today, that you know, you may be going through a time where you're getting ready to do some of the greatest stuff you've done. The Lord's going to do some of the greatest things in your life that He's done to date. You know, it's like you've gone through things and you've seen God do amazing things, but maybe what you're about to see and what you're about to go through and what you're about to enter into is going to be just so new and different and just better, you know. Maybe He saved the best wine for last. You know what I'm saying? You're about to enter into that water to wine, best stuff ever moment of your life. Amen? So, to be continued, right? And so I hope that blessed you guys. And until next video, bye-bye.